Again, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Pi Academy, the place for mathematics and science. Dear students, you all know that in the last class, we were discussing the chapter light, reflection, and refraction. And we were focusing on the concept called the mirror, right? Just we shall recall some of the important points what we discussed in yesterday's class. First, definition of mirror. It can be defined as a material that has very well polished surface and reflects all the amount of light incident on it, right? This is mirror. And in mirror, there are two types based on the nature of the reflecting surface. If the reflecting surface of a mirror is completely flat, then what it is called? It's a plane mirror, right? Then a mirror whose reflecting surface is curved or bulged, then it is called a spherical mirror. With respect to plane mirror, we have come across how an image is formed in the mirror and also what are its characteristics. With respect to characteristics, we have some terms. What are those? Sit and tell. Nature, size, and position of the image.
Sir, unmute your audio. Unmute your audio. Sir, unmute your audio.
Okay, sir. What it is? Virtual and erect. The nature of the image formed by a plane mirror is virtual and erect. Size?
It is same as the size of the object.
Yes, it is equal to size of the object. Means size of the image is equal to size of the object. What about the position? No. What is? Yes, it is formed behind the mirror, nothing but inside the mirror with a distance equal to the distance of the object from the mirror. That is, distance of the image from the mirror is equal to distance of the object from the mirror. Then we go for using a symbol to represent object distance. What it is? Object distance is denoted by the symbol called U. And image distance is denoted by which symbol? It is V. In case of plane mirror, U and V both will be equal. Then after that, we come across discussing about the spherical mirror. In spherical mirror, there are two types. Which is first one? Concave mirror. Second one? Convex mirror. In which of these two, the reflecting surface is bulged inward? It is concave. Bulged outward? It is convex mirror.
Convex.
Then, between these two, which is called converging mirror. Concave mirror is called converging mirror. Diverging mirror? Convex. Convex mirror is called diverging mirror. Yes, sir. Why is concave mirror called converging mirror? Very good, very good. See, in case of concave mirror, when the light incident on the surface of the concave mirror, all the light rays get reflected and these reflected rays meet at a point. If you want to tell that in simple way, the rays of light meet at a point after the reflection from the concave mirror. That is why it is called converging mirror. In case of diverging mirror, nothing but convex mirror, the reflected light rays will appear to diverge from a point, right? That is why it is called diverging mirror. Then after that, we come across some of the important terms related to spherical mirror. Then what do you call the reflecting surface of a spherical mirror? It is aperture. In that, there are two types. One is linear aperture. Second one is angular aperture, right? Next, Look here, don't go for copying anything. With respect to spherical mirror, I'm drawing a straight line. What does it represent? It is principal axis. What do you call this arc? It is aperture. It will be the aperture of concave or convex. Now, you tell what type of mirror it is.
Concave.
Concave mirror.
Concave mirror. What do you call the midpoint of the aperture?
Pole.
Pole.
Pole. Denoted by which symbol?
P.
Capital P, sir.
Capital P. We know that mirror is a part of hollow system, right? Then this sphere has the center.
Center of
Center of
curvature.
Curvature.
Denoted by capital C.
Center of curvature. Now myself only will tell the definition. It is center of an imaginary sphere of which mirror is a part. And is denoted by symbol capital C. Next.
Radius of curvature.
Okay. What do you call the distance between? What do you call the distance between pole of the mirror and center of curvature?
Radius of
Radius of
Curvature.
curvature.
Or radius of curvature. You can also define this as radius of an imaginary sphere of which mirror is a part. This is radius of curvature and denoted as capital R. What happens when the rays of light incident on a spherical mirror?
They
Either
meet at a point.
they meet at a point on the principal axis.
Focus.
what focus?
Reflection, or they may
Appear
appear to meet at a point after the reflection from the mirror. So here, just I'm taking only two rays. These two rays incident on the mirror parallel to the principal axis. So these light rays get reflected and the reflected light rays meet at a point on the principal axis. What do you call this point?
Principal focus.
It's called principal focus. Madhavi, are you recalling?
Yes, sir.
Huh? Okay, once I repeat, this is concave, and here F is called principal focus of this concave mirror. It can be defined like this. The point on the principal axis where the rays of light meet after the reflection from the concave mirror is called principal focus of concave mirror. If it is convex, look, again, this is principal axis, and what type of mirror it is?
Convex.
Concave.
Convex mirror.
Convex.
Pole, center of curvature. Here, the rays of light coming from the object incident on the mirror parallel to the principal axis. And these light rays get reflected. And the reflected ray appear as if they are diverging from a point. That can be shown like, and here F is called
Principal focus.
Principal focus.
convex mirror. I define this. The point on the principal axis where the rays of light appear to meet after the reflection from the convex mirror is called its principal focus. But in general, we define the principal focus as the point on the principal axis where the rays of light actually meet or appear to meet after the reflection from the mirror is called principal focus. Very important definition to be asked in the examination. Then here, this is pole of the mirror. and is principal focus. What do you call the distance between these two?
Focal length.
Focal length.
Focal length.
And here, this F is the focal length of concave mirror. And
Mirror.
here, F is the focal length of convex.
Convex mirror.
Then what is the relationship between focal length and radius of curvature?
R is equal to 2F.
R is equal to 2F.
R equal to 2F or F equal to R by 2. But radius of curvature is twice of focal length, or focal length is half of the radius of curvature. So this much was discussed in the last class, right? So now let's go for continuing. And before that, I think you have to write these 2 points: principal focus as well as focal length, right?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, can we call between center of curvature and principal focus? We can say focal length.
Focal length, of course, that distance will be equal to focal length. But you cannot consider that as focal length. Got it? Hope that all. Have you understood this question? This question, not mine. Okay. How many terms were over? 5. The last one was principal axis. 5th term was over. Now, right. 6th term. 6th term, it is principal focus. Principal focus. Write the definition and you can put star mark for this. Put double star mark. Okay. Start with the margin. The point on the principal axis, the point on the principal axis where the rays of light, please go on writing with me, don't be lagging. Where the rays of light actually meet or appear to meet after the reflection from the mirror is called principal focus. Let us draw the ray diagram later, and before that I'll give you the definition of another term that is also very important, is focal length. Right. 7th, and put double star mark for this also. It is focal length, and it is denoted as small m. And just write here capital F for principal focus. Right now, how do you write the definition?
The distance between the principal focus and pole of the mirror.
Pole and principal focus of the mirror, or distance of the principal focus from the pole of the mirror, is called focal length. Right. The distance between pole and principal focus of the mirror. Focus of spherical mirror is called focal length. It's called focal length. The distance between pole and principal focus of spherical mirror is called focal length. So now let us go for drawing the ray diagram to show both principal focus as well as focal length with respect to both the types of mirrors, concave as well as convex. Please take scale and pencil. Draw a straight line. And go on marking for every 2 centimeters. Here 1 point, here it is more comfortable to draw. 2, 4, 6. Name this third point as P and this as F and this as C. You may use either protractor or compasses to draw an arc. I go for using the protractor. If you want to use the protractor, you may place like this. Right angle, whatever 90 degrees is there, it should be exactly at P. And draw the arc line. Or if you want to use compasses, okay. Here, the distance from P to C, now it is 4 centimeter with C as center and CP as radius, you can draw the arc. Any one of these two can be found. You may use either compasses or protractor. As it is concave, let us go for shading the non-reflecting surface, which is outward, and reflecting surface is inward. Next, draw some lines parallel to principal axis, like these are parallel beam of light or parallel rays of light. These are the rays of light and show the direction as well. Even the ray of light can pass along the principal axis also. So hence I am showing the arrow mark here as well. Next, so these are the incident rays. Now let us go for showing the reflected rays. From the first ray, it passes through the focus. Second ray, third, as well as fourth. And without fail, show the direction as well.
Vijay SK, show me where you have been writing. Show me your writing. Yes, Vijay SK. Write it properly.
Next, here this is principal focus, and let us go for showing the focal length, which is the distance between pole of the mirror and focus. Here. This is focal length. This is F is the principal focus of concave mirror. You can write that. Concave mirror. Next, let us show the principal focus of convex mirror. Right. Convex mirror. Again, draw a straight line. Take scale and pencil. Draw a straight line and go on marking for every 2 centimeter. It should be unit distance. You may take 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter, 2.5. It depends. But 2 centimeter will be comfortable distance. And mark this first point as C, second as F, third one as P. Take either protractor or compasses. With C as center, CP as radius, draw an arc. As it is convex, the reflecting surface should be bulged outward, and non-reflecting surface, it is bulged inward. You can shade the non-reflecting surface like this. Next. Now, the rays of light coming from the object incident on the reflecting surface parallel to the principal axis. So, let me go for drawing. This is first ray. This is second ray. This is third ray. And this fourth ray. Let me show the direction as well. Next, we know that these light rays get reflected, and the reflected light rays will start moving away from each other, and those reflected rays are extended. They meet at a point on the principal axis. We have already marked that point. We'll draw line. The imaginary rays can be shown with the dotted lines, and actual ray, dark line. Second ray. Similarly, show the third ray as well as fourth reflected ray. Over. Next, in this, show the focal length. It is the distance between pole of the mirror and principal focus. Overall. Listen. And one more thing you must remember, the focal length, whether it may be object distance, image distance, focal length, whatever it is, all those distances are to be measured from the pole of the mirror. Pole of the mirror means we will take the distance from P to F. So here, PF, it is equal to focal length. We won't write it as FP. Both PF and FP same only, but here we follow a rule that to measure the distance, to measure any distances, we go for considering the pole as initial point. So from P to F, here also P to F. This is focal. Then here one more information for you. Focal length of concave mirror, it is negative, and the focal length of convex mirror is positive. Return. You can raise my question that, sir, why it is negative and why this is positive? Is it not? Shall I tell? Dear students, just observe here. Just I told you that the focal length is to be measured from pole of the mirror. In case of concave mirror, whether light rays are coming from left side or right side?
Left side, sir.
Left side.
So light rays are moving from left to right, left to right. And focal length, whether we move from right to left or left to right? Right to left.
Right to left, sir.
Right to left.
Focal length distance is opposite to the direction of light. That is why we consider that as negative. Afterwards, we will get the detailed information also. Only if, for the sake of remembering one point, I am giving this information. And look here, in case of convex mirror, light rays are coming from right side. That is moving from right to left. Right to left. Next, focal length is to be measured from right to left. See, right to left. So here the distance is measured in the direction of light. That is why it is positive. Very simple. If the distances are measured along the direction of light, it is positive. That distance is taken as positive. If the distances are measured in the direction opposite to the light, okay, light is in this side. If you go for measuring the distance in this side, then we consider that as that distance as negative. Clear? Ananya P, did you understand? Okay. One more information. With respect to this concave mirror, where the object is placed, whether left side or right side? Left side, because light is
Left side.
Here, don't copy, just for your reference. Object is placed here. Now you tell, you all know that object distance is denoted by which symbol?
U.
Capital, sorry, small u. Whether object distance is positive or negative?
Negative, sir.
Negative.
Negative.
Negative is right. Look here, light rays moving from left to right. Object distance is to be measured from pole right to left, opposite to the direction of light. Therefore, it is negative. Come across convex mirror, where the object is placed on the right side or left side?
Right side, sir.
Right side. Now, object distance is to be measured from pole. Now you tell whether it is object distance is positive or negative.
Positive, sir.
Positive.
Positive.
It is negative. Object distance here also negative. You will observe light ray. Okay, light is coming from right to left. Next, object distance. Object distance.
Sir, the image distance. Positive or negative?
Pardon me?
Image distance. It will be positive or negative?
In both the cases, it will come. We will discuss about that in the next part. Yes, here light is coming from right to left. Object distance is to be measured from left to right. So it is negative. Please do remember, whether it may be with respect to convex mirror or concave mirror, whatever it is, object distance is always negative. Object distance is always negative. Got it? Focal length, that's also over. Next, side heading. Relationship between P and F. R and F. Side heading. Relationship between R, capital R, radius of curvature, and small f, this is focal length. You all know that it is R is equal to 2f. Radius of curvature is 2 times of focal length. Another possibility. Focal length is half of radius of curvature. Over. Next, we are moving to the next part of this chapter. In this part, we will discuss about the formation of the image by a concave mirror as well as convex mirror. Then we will also go for describing the characteristics, nothing but nature, size, and position of the image formed by concave as well as convex mirror. So now you write side heading, formation of image by spherical mirrors. Formation of image by spherical mirrors. And describing the characteristics of the image. Describing the characteristics of image. Describing the characteristics of image. Written up. We will go for describing the characteristics like nature, size, and position of the image through a ray diagram. And to draw the ray diagram, we will go for following some of the rules. So now let us come to know what are the rules to be followed to draw the ray diagram. I'll give you that information. Right. In that subheading, rules to be followed. Rules to be followed. So let us go for making two parts. In the first part, I take concave mirror, and second part, convex mirror. Take scale and pencil and draw the table. With respect to each of these mirrors, 4 rules are there. So in all the 4 rules, first let us go for drawing the common ray diagram. The common ray diagram is we have to draw concave mirror, convex mirror, and also we have to show the focal length, pole of the mirror, principal focus, as well as center of curvature. Here we write rule 1. Draw straight line. Here also, draw straight line. rule 1. Then let us draw an arc to represent the spherical mirror. As first one is concave, the reflecting surface should be bulged inward. You can show like this. Here also. Then, what do you call this straight line? Principal axis. Then, what do you call the midpoint of the mirror? Pole. And with some distance, about 2 centimeter or 1.5 centimeter. For unit distance, you mark F. Again, for unit distance, mark C.
Sir, in convex mirror.
Both are concave, sir.
Yes, sir. This is pole and is focus, and this is center of curvature. Are marked for unit distances. As I said, you may take 1.5 centimeter, or you may mark for every 2 centimeter. Okay, now let me tell you the first rule. Observe. Look here. Look here. Akansha MG. The first row, in the first row, we will draw a ray of light incident on the mirror parallel to the principal axis. Not only above the principal axis, even you may take below the principal axis also. Right. See that this ray, the ray of light incident parallel to the principal axis, this ray passes through principal focus after the reflection. This is the first rule with respect to concave mirror. With respect to convex mirror, note here, a ray of light coming from the object incident on the mirror parallel to principal axis. Even this ray also appear as if it is diverging from the point F. Got it? Go for complete. As possible. Over. Nitish Kumar, have you finished? Okay. Go for second rule. Again, draw concave mirror as well as convex mirror. Here, I am drawing that. First, draw a straight line which represents the principal axis. And go on marking for every 1.5 or 2 centimeter. And mark C, F, P. Here also C, F, P. Take a protractor and draw an arc at P. Similarly, here as well. Like first one is concave, so reflecting surface is bulged inward. Second one is convex, reflecting surface is bulged outward. Finished up? Next. Look here. See, in the first rule, ray of light coming from the object incident on the mirror parallel to the principal axis. Then it passes through the focus. In the second rule, the ray of from the object, plenty of rays of light will come. In this, I have taken only one ray. In this, I take another ray, such that this ray passes through the principal axis before incidenting on the mirror. See,
It goes parallel through principal axis.
Then it will, sorry, principal focus, then it will incident on the mirror. What happens?
It
This
goes
ray
parallel, sir.
get reflected, and the reflected ray will be parallel to principal axis. Observe it. Here, light ray incident parallel to principal axis, passes through focus. Here, light ray incident on the mirror, passing through the focus, then it will be parallel to principal axis after the reflection. Similarly, here, how do you go for considering in this case? The ray of light coming from the object, it will incident on the mirror in the direction of principal focus. Chinmay MK, you are not concentrating here. Okay, this is a ray of light coming from the object, incident on the mirror and in the direction of principal focus. Our direction and principal focus here. Touch ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಸಿಡೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Even this ray will also be parallel to the
principal axis
after the reflection. This is the second rule. Got it? Yes. Now we are moving to the third rule. Again, draw concave mirror as well as draw quickly. Draw a straight line to represent the principal axis. Mark the points as C, F, P, here also. C, F, P. Then take a protractor and at P, draw an arc, even here also. First one is concave, therefore reflecting surface is bulged inward. Second one is convex, reflecting surface is bulged outward. This is also important rule. Overall, this time, the third one, the ray of light coming from the object, first it passes through center of curvature, then it will incident on the mirror. Now let me show that like this. First ray incident directly on the mirror. Second one, it will incident by passing through the focus. Third one, it will incident by passing through center of curvature. This ray
retraces its path.
reflects
will incident perpendicular to the surface of the mirror. What happens when light ray incident perpendicular to the reflecting surface of the mirror?
Goes along the same path.
Yes, it gets reflected and the reflected ray moves along the path of incident ray. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದೇ ಲೈನ್ ವಾಪಸ್ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. Got it? Whereas second one, that is in case of convex, please observe the board. Here the ray of light coming from the object incident on the mirror in the direction of center of curvature. even this ray also get reflected and the reflected ray moves along the path of incident. This is third rule, which is also very important. Right. Vedavas. Arshita IB. Completed, Ruchika? Siddharth? Yes.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yes, please. Now, let's go for fourth rule. Only 4 rules are there. 3 rules are over. Now we are moving to fourth rule. Rule 4. First, you draw both concave and convex mirrors. And go on marking for every unit distance. Mark the first point as C, second one as F, third it is P. Here C, F, P. Take protractor and draw the arm at P, even with respect to convex. Draw an arm at P. Reflecting surface of concave mirror is bulge inward, whereas convex it is bulge outward. Can you show that? Fourth rule, it is very simple. Among the plenty of rays of light coming from the object, one ray will incident directly at the pole. Here, I'm showing that. The ray of light coming from the object incident directly at pole. What happens? Obviously, this light ray get reflected and reflected ray will make an angle with the principal axis, which is equal to angle of incidence. This is I, this is up. Same angle than the reflect. There also it is same. Light ray coming from the object, incident at P, and this ray get reflected with the same angle of incidence. Angle of incidence is still stay angle reflect. Yes, copy.
Sir, how to get normal in case of spherical mirrors?
Actually, the ray of light coming from the object passing through center of curvature, it will incident normally. Even the ray of light coming from the object incident on the mirror, moving along the principal axis. This is. So I know you ask.
Yes, sir.
This is the ray, and this ray again comes back. Get reflected. The reflected ray will be along the path of the incident. Clear?
Yes, sir.
2 cases. One case is the ray of light which moves along the principal axis. Second case, the ray of light
passing through center.
Through the center of curvature and incident on the mirror. So both will be perpendicular to the reflecting surface of the mirror. Vismay, I hope that you are hearing.
Sir, then in rule 1 and rule 2, we should take center as normal, sir. From center.
From? I did not understand. Once you ask.
Sir, in rule 1 and rule 2, we should take normal from center, sir.
Armor from center.
Center to the mirror perpendicular.
You may take. Yes, yes. Over. Okay. Now, listen here. To describe the characteristics of image, we have to draw the ray diagrams. To draw the ray diagrams, we should follow the rules. We have come to know the 4 possible rules to be used while drawing the ray diagram. And second thing, these characteristics will also depend on the position of the object in front of the mirror. Then, in what are the places an object can be placed in front of the mirror? Now let me show you that. Don't copy anything, just look here. Now you tell. Vismay, don't write anything. Look at the board. What it is?
Principal axis.
Principal axis.
It is
Principal axis.
With respect to mirror concept, if you are drawing a horizontal line, it is understood. It is principal axis. This is aperture.
Aperture.
Now, what it is?
Concave.
Concave mirror.
Concave.
Pole.
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 Center of
Focus.
Principal focus.
Principal focus.
Center of curvature.
Curvature.
Center of curvature.
Line can be extended to infinite distance, right? You may describe the nature, size, and position of the image formed by either concave or convex based on the position of the object in front of the mirror. Now, let me tell you what are the possible places where the object can be placed. Now you tell. Assume that this is the object. AB is an object. Where it is placed?
In the pole and the
Focus. Pole and
Pole and
focus.
Pole and
Focus.
focus.
Object is placed between P and F. Pole and principal focus. Now you tell. Where the object is placed?
and the
Focus.
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 Now, where the object is placed?
Between the focus and the center
Center
of
of
Focus
curvature.
and center curvature.
Between focus and center of curvature, or center of curvature and focus. Yeah, of course, it is in between C and P. But already one term is there, no? So that is why we will go for considering both C and F. Object is placed between center of curvature and principal focus. Now, where the object is placed?
And the center of curvature.
Object is placed at C.
At
Now you tell.
Beyond C.
Beyond C.
beyond
C.
Beyond C. Beyond C. Even it may be between infinity and center of curvature. Now you. Where the object is placed?
At infinity.
At
infinity.
Followed. So these are the possible places. Once I repeat, object is placed between P and F, and it is placed at F. It may be placed between C and F. Fourth case is it is placed at C, or it is placed beyond C. Then last one is it is placed
At infinity.
Infinity.
These are the possible positions, whether it may be with respect to concave or convex. So here now, just I have shown only concave. Now your right side, first one rules to be used. Second one, position of side, position of object. Position of object in front of the mirror. Position of object. For your reference, you will find. Over. Chaya B. Finished. Oh. Tejaswini MG. Finished. Okay. Very good. Nilesh. Nidishri SM. Chandana S. Over. Okay. Not it. If it is over, next write side heading. That is, now we are going to describe the characteristics of image formed by first concave mirror. Right. Characteristics of image formed by concave mirror through ray diagram. In that first one, where the object should be placed?
Between the pole and the focus.
Principal focus.
Focus. Let us come to know what will be the nature, size, and position of the image formed by the concave mirror when the object is placed between P and F. Right. First one. When the object is placed between P, that will be in single inverted comma, P and F. P and F. Okay, take scale, pencil, and protractor. Listen. Just leaving 5 lines. 5 lines, you draw straight. Straight line. And go on marking for every unit distances. You may take either 2 centimeter, 2.5, or 3 centimeter, or 1 inch. For comfortable distance, 2 centimeter is enough. Here I am also taking the same. Yes, only 4 points are enough. Here, first point, leave that as it is. And second point, I call this as center of curvature. C, next point, it is F, and this point, it is P. You may use either protractor or compasses to draw an arc. With C as center and CP as radius, let me draw an arc. Now draw. As it is concave. So let us show the reflecting surface first inward. Draw with patience because more number of ray diagrams are. Next, let us go for placing the object. It has been given that object should be placed between P and F. So I'm going to place that here. Anywhere else in between P and F. I'm taking that here and let the height of the object be 1 centimeter. On constant height on it will be easy. Just 1 centimeter is enough. Here I'm using the different color, red color, to represent the object. Mark it as arrow mark. Next, and for rays of light also I'm using different color. Blue color use one time. Here, to draw the ray diagram, to show the formation of the image, only 2 rays are enough. Nandish B. 2 rays are enough. The first ray, we will take that from the first rule. What is that? The ray of light coming from the object, incident, parallel to the principal axis, passes through the focus, right? Let us go for drawing the same. You correct a parallel. Yes. Draw a ray of light from the object, incident on the mirror, parallel to the principal axis. Yeah. First one also common. The light ray should incident. No? That's why. Next, this ray get reflected, and the reflected ray passes through focus. And without fail, you have to show the direction as well. Next, what is the second rule? A ray of light coming from the object passes through the focus. Any possibilities illa, right? Because object is placed between P and F. But you can take another rule where the ray of light coming from the object passes through the center of curvature or in the direction of that. Here.
Everyone, please turn on your video. Everyone, please turn on your video.
What happens to the ray of light which incident on the mirror, either passing through the center of curvature or in the direction of center of curvature?
It passes along the same path.
Gets reflected, and the reflected ray moves along the path of incident ray. Again, direction should be shown. If direction baride idre, that ray diagram will be considered. Is must. Ora. We all know that what is an image? What it is? It is the point where the rays of light actually meet or appear to meet. Is it not? After the reflection or refraction. In mirror discuss it is after the reflection. Here, look here. Whether these 2 rays will meet at any point? No. They are moving.
No, sir. They appear to meet.
Very good. Let us go for extending these rays of light on the other side of the mirror, andre inside the mirror. Okay, these are converging inside the mirror,
behind the mirror.
Behind the mirror. Now I'm going to extend both the rays. Extended rays should be shown with a dotted line. Hope you have got like this, right? I'm extending the principal axis. Now, light rays, both the light rays meet at a point inside the mirror. So this is the image. This point represents the image. To show that image, we are drawing the perpendicular line from this point to the principal axis. Over. If you have got the ray diagram like this, it is correct. Now you tell that, is it possible to catch the image on the screen? I mean, the screen in place because the
No, sir.
light
No,
rays
sir.
No, sir.
image cannot be caught on the screen.
No, sir.
Reason is image is formed
Behind the mirror.
Then what type of image it is?
Virtual image.
Virtual and direct.
Direct.
Virtual.
Now the image is formed. You can observe the image is formed above the principal axis, and it is upright. So, what type of nature of the image will be?
Direct.
Vertical and erect. Vertical because it cannot be caught on the screen. Erect because it is upright. Upright at the when the image is formed, when the image is formed above the principal axis. Inverted andre, it comes below the principal axis. Here, see, name the object as AB. Please mark with me. You compulsory mark. And image as A dash, B dash. Next, what is M dash?
Mirror. Concave mirror.
Concave mirror.
Aperture.
M dash. Concave mirror. Concave mirror. Next. AB. Is object. Next. A dash, B dash. It is image. And first one, you must detail everything. From next ray diagram onwards, I no need to go for writing this. Directly I'll write the characteristics. Now let us go for writing the characteristics. With respect to this ray diagram, characteristics. Right. First point is what it is. Nature. What is the nature of the image?
Virtual and erect.
Virtual and erect.
Erect. Virtual and erect. Next. Nature. Size. Observe. Compare the size of the image with the size of the object.
Enlarge size of the
object. You can also use the word enlarge. Another word is magnified. Magnified means it is bigger. So image is bigger than the object. Right.
object formed behind the mirror.
Size is magnified. Next, third one. Position. Where it is formed?
Behind the mirror.
Behind the mirror.
It is
Behind
formed
the mirror.
behind the mirror. Behind the mirror. Behind the mirror. Or you can also write inside the mirror. Now, let's move on to second one. Listen here. Before going to second one, just one simple question. Assume that the focal length of the mirror is, focal length of this concave mirror is 10 centimeter. Focal length of the concave mirror is 10 centimeter. Now the object is placed at a distance of 8 centimeter from the mirror. Hangadre image L form agutte.
Between P and F.
Behind mirror.
It is behind the mirror
Behind
only.
the
mirror.
Focal length nani 10 kottidini. Object na 8 centimeter na placed.
Yes, sir.
That means object is placed between P and F.
P and F.
Image is formed.
Behind the mirror.
Behind
the mirror.
Nature of the image. What's
Magnified.
virtual and direct.
Virtual and direct.
Enlarged and position behind the mirror.
The mirror.
Focal length is 20 centimeter. Object is placed at 15 centimeter. Where the image is formed?
Behind the mirror.
Behind the mirror.
the mirror.
What is the nature?
Virtual and direct.
Virtual and direct.
Virtual and direct.
Now let's move on to second one. Right. This time we are going to place the object at F. Right. When the object is placed at F. When the object is placed at F. When the object is placed at F. Common ray diagram. First, principal axis. Again, just leaving around 5 lines. You may draw a straight line. Straight line. And go on marking for every unit distances. For unit distances, you may go for taking 2 centimeter. Here also 2, 4, 6, 8. 4 points are enough. Leave the first point as it is and call the next point as C. Next third point as F and another point as P. You may use either protractor or compasses to draw an arc. With the C as center and CP as radius, draw an arc. Next, as it is concave, let us show the reflecting surface which is bulged inward. Next, let us take an object whose height is just 1 centimeter in this ray diagram. Where the object should be placed? At focus at here. Here we should take 1 centimeter. Next, now rays of light. What is the first ray? Ray of light coming from the object, incident on the mirror, parallel to the principal axis. Draw this. Ray of light from the object, incident on the mirror, parallel to principal axis. Again, it passes through focus. Here, I'm drawing it. Passes through focus. And show the direction. Next, another way.
The center of curvature.
Yes, a ray of light coming from the object will incident on the mirror in the direction of center of curvature. Yeah. This is incident. What about the reflected ray? Reflected ray moves.
Goes along the same path as the incident ray.
Yes. Draw material. After the reflection, it moves along the same path. And show the direction as well. Yes. How these lines are? Parallel. Then where do they meet?
Behind them.
Infinity.
Infinity. Alva. They are parallel lines. And actually, they won't meet at all. But as we are taking the infinite distance, so that it is the form, image is formed at infinite distance. Now let me show you the image, whether image is formed above the principal axis or below the principal axis.
Below the principal
axis.
Below, sir.
Below. Infinite distance. I'm showing the dotted line. Okay. Adu neen matte race na touch ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ. This is image. Here dotted lines will represent the image is formed at infinite distance. The dotted line, yeah, the principal axis is extended to infinite distance. And this is it is A dash, B dash. Object is AB. Then mirror is N dash. M dash. Now let us write the characteristics. M dash AB. What is AB?
Image.
object. Image. On camera.
Characteristics. Right. Characteristics. First point. First is nature. Now you tell that whether is it possible to get the image of the object?
Real and virtual.
Real and inverted, sir.
Real and virtual.
Wait.
Real and inverted.
Therefore, image is real.
Real image.
Whether image is formed upright or inverted.
Inverted.
Upside down means inverted. So nature is real and inverted. Real and inverted. Real and inverted. Size. Compare the size of the image with the object. Look, infinite distance. Image will be
highly enlarged.
That means you can use the word highly
magnified.
Highly magnified. Then position. Where the image is formed?
At infinity.
On which side? On the other side of the mirror or on the same side of the object?
On the same side of the object.
The same size of the object.
Other side only infinite distance of formal. So, right, image is formed at infinity. Infinity on the same side of.
Raju sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sir, I think Gautami L has many doubts. So since the beginning, she has been unmuting herself and disturbing lot. I think she has many doubts. Gautami L, you can ask the doubt, Dhamma.
Gautami
L, you can ask the doubt. Don't disturb the class. You can ask now.
Sir has unmuted you, so you can make use of the situation for asking the doubts. If not, please mute your audio. Over. Now, before going to the next one, just one simple question. Assume that focal length is 20 centimeter. Focal length is 20 centimeter. Object is placed
20 centimeter.
Object is placed 15 centimeter. 15 centimeter. Where the image is formed?
Behind
the mirror.
Behind the mirror.
Alva. Now, focal length is 20 centimeter. Object is placed at 20 centimeter.
At infinity.
At infinity.
On the same side of the object.
Infinity.
Focal length ಎಷ್ಟು distance ಅಲ್ಲಿ object ಅನ್ನು place ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. So image is formed at infinity. Got it? Aryan Shetty. Feeling comfortable? Okay, right. Then focal length is 30 centimeter. Focal length is 30 centimeter. Object is placed at 15 centimeter. Where the image is formed?
Behind the mirror.
The mirror.
At 30 centimeter.
At infinity.
At infinity.
Focal length 50 centimeter. Object is placed at 50 centimeter.
Infinity.
At infinity.
Infinity. Same side.
Now you tell what is the nature of the image formed by the concave mirror, whose focal length is 100 centimeter. Whose focal length is 100 centimeter. Object is placed at 100 centimeter.
Real and inverted.
Real and
Inverted.
Highly magnified.
Real and inverted.
Real and inverted.
ಈ ರೀತಿ questions ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Now we are moving to third one. Where the object should be placed now?
Between the focus and the center of curvature.
F and C. Focus and center of curvature. Or C and F. ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಬರೀ. Right. Third one. When the object is placed between C and F. The object is placed between C and F. The object is placed between C and F. First, you draw the mirror and just leaving 5 lines. Draw a straight line which represents the principal axis and go on marking for unit distances. Here we are taking the unit distance as 2 centimeter. Here I'll mark 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Next, mark these points as this point as C. This is F, and this point as P. Don't be lagging. Please go on drawing with me. It will be easy. Now, you may use either compasses or protractor. If you are using compasses with the C as center and CP as radius, draw an arc. Next, as it is concave, show the reflecting surface is bulged inward. Now, where the object should be placed? Between C and F.
Between C and F.
Here I am taking. It is 1 centimeter. Let the height of the object be 1 centimeter. Next. What is the first rule? First rule. Yes, we have to draw a line.
Light rays incident concave mirror parallel to principal axis.
The ray of light coming from the object incident on the mirror parallel to the principal axis. Yes. What happens after the reflection?
It passes through focus.
Focus. Here. It passes through focus. That can be shown like this. Without fail, show the direction. Next, what is the second ray?
The center of the curvature.
Center of curvature. In order, the object is placed after it. So, is it possible for the ray of light coming from the object passing through the focus?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Over. We can use another rule here.
Second rule.
Second rule, other use one. Okay. Here, the ray of light coming from the object passes through the focus, then it incident on the mirror. What happens? Go through that second rule. Very good.
It goes parallel to the principal axis.
Parallel to principal axis.
Parallel to principal axis. So now I'm going to draw a ray of light. Yeah, this is the reflected. Now I should extend the first reflected. Then give a question with that. Sir, can we go for using the another ray passing through the center of curvature? No problem at all. Now, without fail, we have to show the direction. Repeatedly, I have been telling that. Now, both will intersect at a point. Mark that point. And from that point, draw a perpendicular line to the principal axis. If you call AB as the object, then A dash, B dash is its image. Then M dash, that is concave. What is the nature of the image?
Real and inverted.
It can be caught on the screen. It is formed.
Real,
the rays of light are meeting on the screen. Screen in place. So it can be caught on the screen. Therefore, it is real
and inverted.
And it is upside down. The reason is
highly magnified.
Principal axis. Therefore, it is inverted. Real and inverted.
Inverted.
Nature. Right. The characteristics. First one. Nature. It is real and inverted. Compare the size.
Magnified, sir.
Bigger than the object. On comparing, you will come to know it is bigger than the object. So you can write magnified. Next, position.
Beyond C, sir.
Beyond C.
Where the image is formed?
Beyond C.
Beyond C. Andre between C and infinity. Now beyond C andre C in the doorದಲ್ಲಿ. So image is formed beyond C, in front of the mirror or behind the mirror. In front of the mirror. The same side of the object. Yavadadru baribodu among these two. Right. Image is formed beyond C. In front of the mirror.
Yes, sir.
Now, simple question. Shall I ask?
Yes, sir.
Focal length is 20 centimeter. Focal length is 20 centimeter. Object distance is 40 centimeter. Object distance is 40 centimeter. Means object is placed at a distance of 40 centimeter from the mirror. What is the nature of the image?
Real and
inverted.
inverted.
Size?
Magnified.
Position?
Behind C, in front of the mirror.
At C, sir. At C. At C.
At C, sir.
Not at C.
Beyond C.
Beyond C.
Beyond C, in front of the mirror, sir.
Beyond C.
Wait.
Sir, 20 and 40.
Wait. I'll give you the objectives. Focal length is 20 meter. 20 centimeter. Focal length is 20 centimeter. Object is placed at a distance of 30 centimeter. 30 centimeter object is placed between F and C. From here to here 20. From here to here 20. But we have placed the object at 30 centimeter between F and C. Then nature will be real and inverted. Magnified. Position is beyond 40 centimeter in front of the mirror. Any confusion? No.
No, sir.
Again, focal length is 20 centimeter. Focal length is 20 centimeter. Object is placed at 10 centimeter. What is the nature of
behind the
virtual and direct?
Virtual and direct.
Behind the mirror.
15 centimeter.
Virtual and direct.
Virtual and direct.
Real and inverted.
Infinite,
Right?
sir.
Is it? Virtual and direct. Focal length is 20 centimeter. Object is placed at 10 centimeter.
Virtual
Virtual and direct.
virtual and direct and this
Virtual
mirror.
and direct. 20 centimeter. Real and
Real and
inverted.
inverted.
30 centimeter. Real and inverted.
Inverted.
5 centimeter. Real and inverted. 38 centimeter. Real and inverted. 39 centimeter.
Real and
inverted.
40. Still we have not yet discussed. 40 means the object is to be placed at C. So let us discuss that on next class. But tomorrow you have test, weekly test. Syllabus is light chapter up to here. Characteristics of image formed by concave mirror through ray diagram up to third one, when the object is placed between C and F. And mathematics only exercise number 3.7. Only 3.7. That too only NCERT. No other extra problem. Only NCERT. Huh? Okay.
For how many marks?
Marks, sir. Whether I had given graph in the last week?
Sir.
No, sir.
Graph you are given.
Let it be 3.7. 3.7. That is optionals. And light chapter up to.
Sir, mark.
With this, let us stop it. Thank you very much.